morning, it's Sonia Devine here. I'm sitting outside the florist's, Lindsay's Flowers in Pennycook, and I've just bought these sunflowers, and it's taken me a little while to set you up there, and I just looked in my bag to see what I've got, and I've just got these page dividers for my newly organised admin stint. So I thought I could use that as a background for the yellow of the sunflowers. I've just bought the sunflowers because I'll tonight be doing a demonstration using oil paint over my acrylic demonstration to describe sunflowers, and so I thought it'd be a good idea. And I couldn't, I thought it was good, obviously I needed to buy them to do them. And then when I saw them in the bundle, I thought, I'll get 5 of them, they're a lovely bunch. And then I thought I could do a little sketch, seeing as I had my iPad in the boot of the car. I thought I could do a little sketch and share it with you. So here we go. I'm sitting outside the storehouse again in Pennycook, and that's the town hall you can see up there. I'm also outside Lindsay's Flowers. So Lindsay's Flowers is great, just got lots of lovely flowers there. I'm trying to see if I can say hi. There, hi. Okay, so here we go. I've been trying with different background colours and different pens, and I think you'll be able to see this. It's a bright red pen, or a deep red colour. So I'll just find the folds of the sunflower best I can here. And why I started out there. You mightn't be able to hear me very well either, because of course with it being an impromptu one now, I don't have my microphone with me. So yeah, I think you can at least see a bit anyway. I don't have anything really dark that I can draw with or fill in the middle with, so I'm just relying on line. Just relying on line alone. I have pens here. I'm just wondering if this one would be a closer match. Maybe not. It's a gel pen, really, this one. So the centre is pretty much circular, as far as I'm looking at it here anyway. And I wrote down last night an intention, kind of had an intention that I would listen to my own inner wisdom a wee bit more, and then ways to try and do that. Some action steps I could take, and I thought if I do a bit of meditation and move my body and then draw every day, I know that to be a good practice for me. So that's why I'm doing this right now. And, just because I like to do the videos and stuff, but also it's because I think early on in the day it's good to get a drawing in. And especially when it's such a sunny subject. This pen isn't as satisfying as I want it to be. Let's see if purple will work. I liked how it started out, like with that dark line, but then it became a bit lighter. So I think the purple might be clearer. And I don't know if my voice is fierce low now, sorry if it is, but I ended up turning the video up the way as well, turning the screen into the portrait format rather than landscape, because again, I couldn't station it in the car. Every time I tried to put it on landscape, it made the paper really luminous so that you couldn't see. I did a demonstration for Mingavi Art Club the other night, and it was like that. As soon as we started, I realised nobody can see anything. So I had to tape the lampshade to the ceiling in order that the light was going in a different direction. This is like live on Zoom, so it's on there recording now, me standing on a stool trying to sort the lighting. We got there in the end though. And I think that's par for the course, isn't it? It's one of the good things I've discovered about the lockdown thing, is that people tolerate and almost celebrate normal life going on. Like halfway through as well, Lily came in and couldn't find her football boots, so we had to have a little 5-minute break then as well. But the model needed to have a break too, so it was fine. It all happened from my living room. So if any of you listening out there want a living room demonstration from me, get in touch. So as I'm talking to you there, finding my way around and trying to locate each petal in relationship to each other, not to get too lost. I've got 3 here, and then there's ones that kind of fold behind that bigger one there. Alright, there's one there, and one there, and yeah. So I just need to get this folding one explained a little bit more clearly. I like the way that the leaves, I like the leaf as well that's sticking out there here. I think I'm going to see if I can get to that. Seeing as it is in this format, I might try and post this video to Instagram if I can, because the up and down format is what suits Instagram, isn't it? Hear me all tech savvy? Hardly. There's a change to the direction in that one. Sticking out that one more. Okay. And parking here is only for 40 minutes, so I think I might go in and have a coffee after this. I want to write my newsletter today. So I'll need to move the car if I decide to do that. The other place I was thinking of going to was the Secret Herb Garden. And that's another lovely cafe nearby. And that's very inspiring for drawing too. I might even do a little drawing through the car window when I'm there, because they've got some vintage cars sitting with flowers in the bonnet. It sounds a bit twee, but it's like they are genuine, you know, and they're lovely. The cars are lovely. They used to be for children to play in. So if I can find a spot where I'm parked looking at those, I'll see if I can do a drawing of them as well. The sun has just hit the sunflower there. Isn't it beautiful? My goodness. Something very unapologetically joyful, isn't there, in a sunflower? Yeah, it is a therapeutic thing, you know, settling down to looking at each individual petal here. It's got me focused on that alone. I think that's pretty much all the petals I can see. I think I've made them a bit more flourishing than, bigger size than they are, but that's alright with me. And now here's the leaf out here. And then there's another one that extends up this way. And it would be a good one to do tonally too, because the darks and lights and the leaves and everything are really good. There's my friend there having a smoke. His dogs are friends with Maisie, or almost as rough as Maisie is. Well, not rough, boisterous. Well, I don't know, whatever she is, they match each other in terms of playfulness, I guess. I need to take her out for a walk when I get back. So I don't know if I'll go for my coffee or go for a walk first and then go to that other cafe I was telling you about. My life is, it sounds like my life is one long coffee stop. And at the moment it feels a little bit like that might be the case. Just, I guess, you know what? Our house is a bit busier at the moment now. There's different people have different schedules and things, and my daughter Hope comes down as well, which is lovely, once or twice a week. And anyway, so the home is really the place to chill out and be with family and everything. So it doesn't then feel like the best spot for me to do my admin, or there's always something I can be doing at home. Whereas if I go to a coffee shop, I feel like life is going on around me and there's nothing I have to do, like dishes or laundry, or there's nothing I can do, no other options, and it somehow makes it easier for me then to focus. And there's a lot of, there are quite a few different irons in the fire at the moment, with commissions and demonstrations and teaching, and I haven't got in touch with the artist and illustrator, but I wouldn't mind doing another article for them as well. And just quite a few different things that I want to, the reason I've got these things is to have dividers in a folder with all the different jobs. It just seems like a good idea. But of course, I'm drawing on one of them now, so maybe, I don't know. I think that's all right too, isn't it? But yeah, the whole thing of having some order, it's a bit like drawing, isn't it? Creating order from chaos, drawing and painting. And what I'm saying is a bit like drawing is the admin side of things, staying on top of responding to emails and just knowing where I am with jobs and how much more, time scales and things, and to be realistic around that as well. So luckily people are very understanding, and if I've said, I'll have it done next week, and I say actually that was unrealistic, then people, there isn't a huge push for me to force anything, which is really good. And it's also good learning for me that I can't just give a time scale depending on the amount of hours I think a job will take. I also need to recognise building in pauses as part of the energy I bring to stuff, and that's what people want too when they choose me to do a commission. I think it involves more than, for all artists really. I guess it's more than the actual line on the page, and the colours on the page. It's also the energy you bring to the work, and yeah, just the kind of relaxed flow that can happen when you're not rigorously rushing to meet a deadline. There's no harm to have some bit of order in terms of timescales, but to recognise it's more than just the practical putting paint on paper. It's also recognising the ebb and flow of my life, and when I have space to do it. Because we all, don't we? We all have so much more than the job that we do going on as well. Like everything, all the things, as my friend says. There's so many things to consider and to stay on top of. I hate that phrase. It's like I have to kind of rise up to the top of the mountain before I can feel like I've accomplished anything. But there are things that we have to do, you know, in daily life. And I guess sometimes I say, I don't know who it was that told me this line, no, but rather than say I have to do, to say I get to do this, you know, I get to make dinner for my children. I get to select stuff in the shop that we can eat for dinner, to make it feel like an adventure and something that is appealing rather than, oh, I have to make the dinner, you know. And the other one was, I want the universe to, so if there's anything that feels insurmountable or that you just don't want to do, or you want to bring a kind of good energy to it or something. I don't know where I heard this first, but it was to write down, you know, before you list all the things, I want the universe to accomplish this for me. I want the universe to, and all the different things then. So I used a bit of, I licked my finger actually to spread that out. And now that the purple is reading is being a bit darker than the other pen colour, I'm considering that I could maybe bring it into the inside of the sunflower as well. But it does really help. Sometimes I come across a page of stuff I had to do that I wrote in that way. I want the universe to accomplish this with joy, ease and lightness. You know, I want the universe to plan the trip to Ireland and let it all unfold with joy, ease and lightness, or something like that. In perfect divine timing, you know. And I look back at it, and all of the things actually did happen, and did generally happen through ease as well. So it's heartening to have the evidence of that looking back, because I forget all about it when I've written it down. And that's, I think, the idea that there's no lingering over worrying about it or anything. Oh, here's the traffic warden now. So I'm probably, I don't know, I haven't been here 40 minutes, but I'm not going to linger much longer, just in case. And I think I will go home and walk Maisie before doing any more, before visiting a coffee shop or doing anything like that. But I want to, because last month when I did my newsletter, I was up again until about 3 in the morning, and I really, not last month, 2 weeks ago, and I really could have done it that time with, decent sleep at night. And I do love writing it, but I just thought, right, make today about the newsletter. Recognise, a bit like the commissions that I was talking about just there, recognise that you do need to build in pauses in the process of writing the newsletter as well, and that you can't just from start to finish write it all out, or at least you can't guarantee that that's how it'll happen. Sometimes it does. But give myself the chance not to be right to the wire late at night sending it off. To give myself the chance to meander through it, which, it's the kind of living that I recommend anyway as well, like to try and tune into your own ebb and flow, and living that I'm most keen on doing, where we create space to be attentive to things and not just storm through each day forgetting that we're even alive, really. Well, see, when you've got a sunflower like this in the vicinity, it's hard to feel anything but alive. Yeah, I mean, it'd be lovely to have some gold or something. Let me see, you'd never know. something that I could use. Now let's see, this is just a peachy yellow. It may work for some of the wrinkles. And just a bit of shading in the sunflower petals themselves. I'm not sure if that was a good idea to put the colour into the centre of the hole out of the sunflower there. Looks like it's too big a jump, which is I think where I've reached for this other in-betweeny colour. It's getting me inspired by just looking at the brightness on the petals and things is making me feel inspired for this evening's demonstration. That's good. You know, the incredible brightness along there. It's all green. I guess I'm looking to explain the contrast here so that we can visualize something of the brightness that's on those petals. And of course the colours are limited a bit. I don't have the dark green. At least not that I can see here. I may have at the bottom of my bag somewhere, but I'm not going to start rummaging now. So just putting some pink, dark pink pen over the green to make it feel a bit darker. So, in the line of in the voice of Julia Cameron, in the words of Julia Cameron, I meant to say, a painting is never finished; it simply stops in interesting places. I'm guessing that it's time for me to stop. I could have stopped earlier, couldn't I? But that's always the case. I could go on too. And anyway, who's it for? As I said this morning, this was for me just to begin to ground myself and feel like a bit steadier in my entry into the day. So there we have it, the sunflower outside the storehouse, and it's 25 minutes in, so it's not going to Instagram, is it? This is going to be a YouTube one. And I'll just show you a bit closer what happened there. So there's quite a bit of, there's a few different uses of the pen there, a few different pens, a few different colours. And thank you for joining me. Just putting the covers on. I don't know why I'm doing this before turning off the video. Okay. Yeah, thanks for being here. See ya. Bye.